everyone, this is Luciano Canzanella again from the Bitcoins Profit Academy, and today on this video we're going to talk where you can buy Bitcoin. And you're going to say, well, why do I need to buy Bitcoin? Well, let me put it this way. The fiat currency is declining its value every single day, and cryptocurrency is gaining a massive momentum as the price of the cryptocurrency is going to keep increase. You can actually make way more money by having Bitcoin. And as you're going to accumulate Bitcoin into your wallet or your exchange, and you're going to learn some of the strategy that we're teaching inside this free academy, you are going to put more and more Bitcoin on the side, which you can use for your future gain. So imagine at the moment the banks, what they give you. In the States, I think they give you 1%. In Europe, there is hardly any percentage left. You actually have to pay the bank to keep the money into an account for you. And so investing into Bitcoin, even if you don't do any business opportunity or you don't do any of the strategy where you're just by accumulating Bitcoin, you can actually make way more money than you're making right now with the fiat currency. So as you can see, I'm going to just go pull up the side. This is the current price of today, okay? $2,670.81. Now today is the 22nd of June 2017. This is the time that the day that I'm running this little video. The current time is about 6:34 p.m. here in Panama. I live here in Panama City, and the price fluctuate every single day. I mean, 3-4 weeks ago, the price went all the way up to close to $3,000. I bite myself a little bit in my hands because several years back I had the opportunity to get into this, but I was not mentally ready for this when the Bitcoins was way below. I mean, imagine then in looking at some notes that I have here, imagine then in 2011 the price of Bitcoin was $30. So imagine you would have bought like $300 of Bitcoin at that time, just 10 Bitcoins. Today those 10 Bitcoins would have been worth $26,000. So you see where I'm going with this. By accumulating the Bitcoins, you will be able to build a portfolio of income for the future. And the predictions are, if you see some of the videos that I put inside the academy, the prediction from the expert is then they're going to jump up to 3,000 by the end of the year. We're very close right now. It can jump to 5,000. It will jump to 10,000. They predict it's going to go 100,000 or even $500,000 per Bitcoin. So imagine you having those 10 Bitcoins, you could have like $5 million. So this is the reason why we teach you to start accumulating Bitcoin. Okay, so one of the sites that you can buy Bitcoin that I recommend, and so many other people, just called Coin Mama. Okay, this site works, they accepts like credit cards, and they have certain fees that are a little bit higher because they have their own stuff and everything. But as you can see, you can buy from minimum of 0.1 Bitcoin all the way up to 10 Bitcoin, which at the current price is 28,000. And the reason why these guys are a little bit higher, because they have their fees on it. So they have administration fees, they have a website in the running, they got their own stuff, so they have to make a markup. Usually, some of these changes will have between a minimum of 2% up to 5, 6, even I've seen 8% on it. Year percent is locally. I know a couple of brokers here in Panama, then they sell Bitcoins to customers, and they charge 3 to 5% on each transaction, either by buying or selling. They charge these fees because that's how they make their money. This is how they make their fees to pay for their offices, for all the expenses that they have. And here in Panama, surprisingly or not, there is a huge demand for Bitcoin locally, just by people buying that. And this is not just here; it's all over United States and all over the world. I actually want to put up a site that is called Fiat Leak, fiatleaks.com. And if you look at this website with fiatleaks.com, okay, this site, it shows you the amount of Bitcoin around the world. You just give it a second and it's just gonna pop up and it's gonna show you the amount of Bitcoin they're going from all over the world. Now it just starts with Brazil, but you will see as this calculation starts, then the two major countries buying Bitcoins at the moment are United States, and you start seeing soon China. Maybe right now those are the two major countries that buy. So I'm going to leave this running for a little bit while I do the rest of the this presentation. Here with CoinMama, you can buy Bitcoin with credit card. You can buy Bitcoin using cash. But you need to get verified. It depends on the amount that you send. They're gonna ask you eventually, you know, your ID, passport, proof of address, because they need to make sure that you are the person buying the Bitcoin. They do due diligence like every other major financial institution. They have to do their KYC, which means know your customer. You can buy either in Euro or in USD. So this is one of the, and usually the moment you place the order, you verify, 2-3 hours, you receive your Bitcoins into your wallet. Another site then I suggest, and also a dear friend of mine then suggests this, especially if you are in United States, it's called BitQuick. And these guys, basically, they have, as long as you live in the United States, you can buy Bitcoin using cash by using a bank account in United States. I believe here they have, you see they have a list of banks, you know, Banks of America, Wells Fargo, US Bank, and you can see how many banks. So if you have a bank account in any of these banks, you can just make a deposit into that, and they will take your payment. Again, I believe these guys, they charge about 2% for their transaction. They will have to verify your identity. You will have to send a copy of the receipt as well to them to make sure that they know that you have done the transaction. And usually 2 to 3 hours, you will get the Bitcoin into your wallet. Another one then I recommend, and all these links I placed in the page so that you can just click on it and jump straight from the portal. And one is Coin ATM Radar, and this will tell you ATM machines around the world. As we're speaking today, which is 22nd of June 2017, there is 1,286 ATM around the world in 55 countries. Major countries, as you can see, United States has 853 of them, Canada 169, UK 68, Austria 35, Spain has got 33. If you go to other country, you will find a list of all the other country that they have the ATMs. In Panama here there is one, but I do know for a fact that a friend of mine, which is a businessman, he's gonna put way more in circulation. He's actually in the middle of setting up this business. And let's assume you are in the United States and you want to find an ATM near you. You just pick your state. So let's say you are in Los Angeles. Okay, you are in Los Angeles. There is 84 locations, 84 ATMs around Los Angeles. And you will just go and find out exactly where they are. You can buy, sell, you can sort by best fee, by the city, the score. So you can just look at the, let's say right here, this is a Shell gas station. You look at this gas station, and by clicking on that, you will find out the correct address of the gas station. You will find a map where they are. You will find even a support phone, which is, this is a company supports of them. Your correct address. You will see detail the limits, how much you can do the daily. Like these guys, they have $3,000 limit, and so you can actually find an ATM that is close to you. Another site that you will use, it's called logobitcoins.com. By default here it shows Panama because I'm in Panama, but you can check any country around the world. So let's go. Since these let's do United States again. Just actually, matter of fact, since I'm from Italy, I'm going to do Italia. Let's do Italia. Italy. Let's see in Italy. Let's see, and here is going to charge in euro because let me do a search and let's find out in Italy where are the sellers. And these sellers are here. So this is a bunch of guys, people that they have bitcoins, and they each tell you what is the method of they prefer. They prefer a bank account. And local Bitcoin, what it does when you do a transaction with this, you don't send the Bitcoin directly to them. They use an escrow system. So you buy the Bitcoins, you send the money first, they put their Bitcoin into an escrow account, and only when they receive the money and there is an arbitrage in between, then local Bitcoin will allow you to release those funds. So which will protect you a little bit, because in the past people have sent money to strangers and they don't receive the coin and everything. There are also some other services out there that they call arbitrage services, then help people with this type of things. Here, for instance, United States, same things. Sellers, they can tell you what they're doing, like cash deposit. So let's pick up this guy here. You can see the amount of confirmed trade, the type of feedback, how many people this German has done, or this person has done transactions. So if it's trusted. So you can find a little bit of histories from each one of the sellers. Some of them they meet you in person, which sometimes can be a little bit risky because you have to meet in a public place, and especially if you're dealing with several $1,000s, you might want to be careful when you meet. Another site that is you can look at it is Paxful, and Paxful has got the unique setup because not only you can use the regular credit card or debit card, but allows you to do Western Union. You can use PayPal with an ID. You can use Amazon card. You can use One Vanilla gift card. They have iTunes gift card, Amazon, any bank, local transfer gift card, Skrill, cash in person. They have so many. Look how many options they have that you can use. And by opening an account with these guys as well, you have to confirm your ID. Most of these sites, they want you to make sure that they deal with the right person. So they will ask you for a copy of your passport, driving license, proof of address. And the next one is Bitpanda. Bitpanda is another trusted one. I believe they operate out of Austria. So they don't do all countries, but if you are on the other side in Europe, you can use these guys. And of course, what I always suggest is for you to do your own researches and make sure you contact support before you do any transaction, just to make sure then you are within the regulations. Another site then we suggest is CX.io. It is an exchange that it's very well known. They charge a little bit higher, as you can see, 28.29 when the price earlier we just showed it again. Let me refresh. See, now it just went down a little bit, went up a little bit from 26.70 to 26.83. As you can fluctuate, this changes every minute. But these guys charge a little bit more because again they have their fees, so it looks like they charge way more than 2%. And the last one then I see as well, this is Xcoin. This is another good side. These guys, they also do loans in Bitcoin. There are people who loans Bitcoin and they do charge certain transaction. So there is a variety, as you can see, and these guys also can use some PayPal. My recommendation is the following: try to stay away from PayPal, and the reason is the following: it's not because PayPal is no good. Actually, it's a very good service, but if you get into the business of buying and sell Bitcoin and you need to sell to somebody with PayPal, yes, the person can put the money on PayPal, but then PayPal, as you know, as regulation, then protects the buyer, and if the buyer says then by any chance then the transaction never took place, then you lose your amount on your account, so you're going to end up to lose the Bitcoins and the money. When I help people in my teams and colleagues and everything, especially here, what I do, I collect in a couple of ways. Bank wire, and I let them send it to me by bank wire. I wait until the wire arrives, and the moment it arrives, I deliver the Bitcoin in the next 24 hours. Or I ask them to send me Western Union. Once the money arrives, I confirm it, and then I go into my wallet and send them the Bitcoin. So you have to start, also dealing with some people that you trust all the time. And lastly, now if you see these in the last 10 minutes, look, there is 131 Bitcoin being traded all over the world. At the moment, I think it's a little bit quiet because China is just waking up, and United States are still doing a little bit. So at the moment, you will see, but if you go to this website, you will see that every day the two major countries, United States and China, are the one buying most of the Bitcoins. So I want to conclude for the moment this little video is where you buy Bitcoin. If you have any question, excuse me, you will have the little chat inside the membership. You get in touch with me, and when I have a moment and a chance, I will definitely reply to you. This is just to steer you in the right direction where to buy Bitcoin, especially for if you decide just to accumulate Bitcoin and just make money as the Bitcoin price is increasing, or if you want to use those Bitcoin to take advantage of any of the business opportunity and passive income opportunity, then I do offer, then I do show inside the back office of the membership. I will see you on the next video with another topic. Ciao!